You might not think it can happen to you, but would you know how to spot a flood-damaged car before you buy it? With floodwaters receding, damaged cars are showing up online and at auctions. News 4 investigator Chris Negus shows you how to avoid getting taken for a ride.
Online, they can look shiny and new, but with floodwaters across the Midwest starting to recede, don't be fooled.
They don't know what they're getting.
Tommy Rogers knows cars. His business, TNT Auto Source in Troy, Missouri, sees all kinds of problems.
I have this smell or I have this noise.
And then you tell him,
you got flood damage.
The most recent flood disaster on his lot, this 2006 Porsche Cayenne.
The electronics don't work at all on it.
Rogers says the car was bought by an investor through an auction. It came from Columbia, Missouri.
You turn the key on and we have absolutely nothing.
Rogers also says some dealers buy vehicles like this one, then clean them up for resale.
And now it's passed down the line to somebody else.
So at some point, somebody might get this car.
Oh, absolutely. 100%.
Jay Grossman's business, iAuto Agent, helps people buy and sell cars.
You can actually see
He showed us how to spot flood damage.
that bolt right there. See how it's rusting?
Grossman says rusty bolts on floorboards are a big red flag, along with easy to miss,
It's actually moist.
but clearly evident water lines on seat belts.
When they're detailing the vehicle, they don't go into the seat belts.
And always inspect the exterior.
That's what I want to show you.
Sometimes the damage isn't major yet.
You can actually see it's starting to rust on the roof.
So was this car totally underwater?
I only think the front of it was, because I looked at the back of it, and the back of it is fine.
But underwater up to the roof?
Yeah, I definitely think it was.
Many consumers ask for the Carfax. In this case, the vehicle was declared a total loss in 2014. Collision damage was reported, but it doesn't say anything about water.
Never, ever put 100% of your faith in a Carfax. And I'll tell you this, Carfax reports what is reported to them.
A Carfax spokesperson told me this car had a salvage title, which can be issued after flood damage. But the company couldn't say if that's the case with this Porsche. According to Carfax, there are 5,400 flood-damaged cars on the road in Missouri and more than 15,000 in Illinois. Those numbers are on the rise compared to 2018. This car's fate, unknown.
The person that owns this car, which is the dealer now, he has two choices. Number one, he's going to fix it up and it's going to go right back into circulation. Number two, he's going to keep it for himself and drive it, which that's probably not going to happen.
Grossman says there's actually a third choice, and it's bad news for car buyers. This could be sent back to the auction house, then resold to another dealer that cleans it up, then sells it. In reality, this car should never be on the road again. So what would you recommend with this car?
Honestly, this vehicle's kind of a total loss.
Bottom line, a salvage title indicates serious issues with a car, but it might not specifically cite flood damage. If you're buying a used car, ask for an independent inspection from a mechanic of your choosing. If the seller balks, walk away from the deal and find another car. Chris Negus, News 4 Investigates.